Hello, my name is Pastor Andy Schreier from Redeemer Lutheran Church in Edna, Texas. A perfect game in bowling is a score of 300, 12 strikes in a row. Though an amazing accomplishment, perfect games aren't that rare. At bowling alleys throughout the United States, around 300 perfect games are rolled on any given night. The true holy grail for bowling is a perfect series. 3 perfect games in a row, 36 straight strikes. Only 21 bowlers in history have ever achieved such a feat. When on January 18th, 2010, a bowler from Plano, Texas, Bill Fong, was on his way to becoming number 22. Bill rolled 2 perfect games in a row. He continued to be perfect through the first 7 frames of his third game, when suddenly he didn't feel very well. He began to sweat profusely and felt nauseous. Chalking up to nerves, he kept playing. By the last frame, Bill was 1 strike away from bowling immortality. When he threw the ball, it felt good. 9 pins went down immediately, and the 10th rocked back and forth for what seemed to be an eternity, but it never fell. The energy drained from the room. Though 2 perfect games in a row and an $8.99 series was an accomplishment for the ages, the disappointment of being just 1 pin away from perfection was palpable. Bill returned home dejected and feeling sick. He stayed in bed for a couple of days, struggling with what seemed to be the flu. He then returned to work and his life went back to normal. A few weeks later, though, Bill had a stroke. Scans revealed that a few weeks earlier he had suffered a minor stroke. Everyone soon realized that it happened on the night of his $8.99 series. And as he discussed both strokes with Bill, the doctor made a shocking statement. If you had made that perfect series, he told him, you would be dead right now. The excitement and adrenaline that would have resulted from the celebration would have turned his minor stroke into a major stroke. Turns out that missing that final pin saved Bill Fong's life. All of us suffer disappointments in our lives. We lose the big game. We get passed over for a promotion. Our girlfriend or boyfriend breaks our hearts. When disappointment comes, however, when tragedy strikes, when your life doesn't work out the way you want it to, remember Bill Fong. You see, God had plans for Bill. In Jeremiah 29, God says, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. The problem is that God's plans are not always our plans. The problem is that we can't always see God's plans. What we fail to understand is that if we had ended up with that boyfriend or girlfriend, we would have had all kinds of problems. If you hadn't gotten that flat tire on the highway, you may have gotten caught up in the pileup down the road. We can't see all the what ifs in our lives. But God can. Our God sees and knows everything. He loves you more than you can ever imagine. He loved you so much, He gave up His Son to live and die for you so that you could live with Him forever in heaven. He has plans for you, and those plans are for your good, even when you can't see or understand how. Just ask Bill Fong.